Hey there guys, Levon here again. Recently I built my first fairly large settlement on Spectacle Island, but I had nothing to fill the settlement with. Being on PS4, I don't have access to the developer's room, nor can I spawn items near me like the people on PC can. I have to actually go and pick up the item. Given if I had a better graphics card, I would in fact be on PC and be amongst the master race people. So what I decided to do was I set out to pick up a lot of items. Given I got carried away and decided to pick up all the items in the game, or damn near close to it. Along with all the items, I looted all the enemies that I killed along the way. Before we get started and we go about the video and showing you what I did here, hit that subscribe button for me if you want to see more. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button. If you have something, a suggestion you want to see me do with the items later, like, I don't know, fill a house up full with the skeleton pieces I picked up in the game and kind of swim around in them, I don't judge. Throw it out there. I'll try and do it as long as it's sensible. So let's get down to it. Here we see a bunch of containers. Why not just put everything in one, you may ask? Well, if you have enough items in one container, it'll actually start to lag the game. Whether that's when you're out in the world, or if you go to transfer out of that item box, it'll actually start to lag severely, to the point where you're starting to think your game is frozen, and I really wanted to avoid that in any potential corruption, so I started to do multiple boxes. So here we go. Let's just go ahead and start picking up all the boxes so we can get to dropping. Once we have everything picked up here, we'll see, I think it's roughly 31,000 pounds, and that took roughly 100 trips to Spectacle Island just to drop everything off. If you've dropped a bunch of items before in the game, you notice that it actually forms a small circle around your character, and the more items that you drop, the bigger that circle gets. I was curious at this point, if we dropped it kind of towards the middle of Spectacle Island, could we get that circle to reach out towards the ocean? If we achieve that, that'd be great. If not, that'll be fine too. But let's start dropping it and let's see if we can actually get to that point. We're going to just skim through the dropping process since it took 16 minutes. And I think we can all agree I'm really not that interesting to listen to talk to 16 minutes of just clicking and dropping items. And of course, once we get down to dropping the last bit of our ammunition, the game lags. The FPS literally drops to 0, and it takes an additional 10 minutes for everything to fall and for me to be able to finally move and see our pile. So clearly we didn't make it to the ocean. So let's run around, take a look, and see exactly what our loot pile is looking like. As you can see, the FPS is still terrible at this point. The problem that I assumed would happen is once you drop an item, if you have over 5 versions of that item, it'll actually start to stack it. So if you were to go up to that item on the ground, you visually only see one, but if you look to the right of the name of it, it actually will show 5 or 58, for example. Which all in all makes this feel a little less climactic. I wanted more of a huge pile. If you paid attention to that first screen of the inventory, you can see there's hundreds of the same item that are in the inventory. Honestly, I thought my PS4 was going to crash when it wasn't moving, but I could hear the sounds of items dropping, so I'm a little happy it didn't corrupt and mess up any of my game. That kind of looks like it's going to be it. I'm just going to continue to walk around and kind of take a look at the items here for the remainder of the video. Like I said earlier, if you have a recommendation of what to do with the items, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I'll try to fulfill your request. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything absurdly crazy like make the aluminum trays into a giant tower of Jenga blocks. As cool as that would be, I don't think I have the patience to pull something like that off. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope to see you again in the future. We'll be covering Fallout 4 throughout its entire release and doing more and more of what we've been doing and covering more of the DLC as it drops. Hope to see you there. Have a good one.